Hello everyone, my name is Mitanshu and I am working as a remote DevOps engineer. And if you are someone who wants to get into DevOps but you are confused about where to start, like क्या सीखना है, कैसे सीखना है, then don't worry. I was in the exact same place. And in this video I will share the most practical and honest DevOps roadmap that actually works in 2025. So you can see I have divided this whole roadmap into 7 stages: Foundation, Core DevOps, Advanced, Timeline, Project, Certification and Resources. So let's start with the phase 1. So phase 1 has two important things. One is scripting and another is Linux basics. So in the scripting part we have two options. Either we can go with bash or we can go with Python scripting. But my recommendation will be to go with Python scripting because it is beginner friendly and easy to understand. And the main thing that is you don't need to learn everything in Python. You just need the part that help in automation, like variable, if else condition, loops, function, reading files, etc. This is enough to write a small automation script which you will use in daily tasks. Then next comes Linux. In DevOps, most of the servers and tools you will work with, they mostly runs on Linux. So it's really important to feel comfortable using the terminal. Here's what you need to learn in Linux, like file system navigation, file operations, process management, network commands, text processing, package management, and system monitoring. And you don't need to become a Linux expert, but you should be not afraid of the terminal. And my tip will be that don't fall for the tutorial hell, just don't watch the YouTube videos. Open your terminal and try to execute the commands. Even the 30 minutes of daily practice will build you a lot of confidence. So again, phase 1 is all about scripting and getting hands on the Linux commands. Once you are comfortable with all of this, we are ready to move to the phase 2. So let's start phase 2. Phase 2 is where your actual DevOps journey starts. Phase 2 contains 4 important skills which are version control, cloud platforms, containerization, and CI/CD pipelines. So let's see one by one. The first one is version control Git. So Git used to track your code as we already know, but there are some important concepts you should know like branching strategies, pull request, conflict resolution, and Git hooks. And these are basic commands like git init, git clone, git add, which already everyone knows. The next important topic is cloud platform, which is a very pretty big topic, and I will suggest AWS for beginners because AWS is beginner friendly and its UI is also very simple. And you don't need to learn a lot of service. You can start with basic services like EC2, S3, VPC, IAM, and RDS. Also, there are important services to look upon like CloudWatch, Elastic Load Balancer, Route 53, and Lambda. Also, we have alternative cloud provider you can explore like Azure or GCP. The next and most important topic is containerization. In 2025, Kubernetes and Docker are very important. Without Docker and Kubernetes, you can't become DevOps engineer. In Docker, you should learn how to package application, Docker architecture, how images are created, what are images, etc. After that, you can start exploring about the basic of Kubernetes. The basic of Kubernetes should be enough at this level. After we have CI/CD pipeline, where you need to learn what is CI/CD pipeline, what is continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. Also, we have three options, which is Jenkins, GitHub Actions, and GitLab CI. So this is what contain in phase 2. So let's talk about phase 3, which is about learning advanced DevOps skills. So the first one is infrastructure as a code. This means managing your cloud infrastructure using code instead of clicking buttons manually. So you can start with Terraform, which is most popular tool for infrastructure as a code. With Terraform, you can write few lines of code to create servers, database, and networks. Later, you can also explore Ansible for configuration management. So the next is monitoring and observability. So for every DevOps project, it requires monitoring to check the apps is running good and to catch the problems early. You can explore Prometheus and Grafana, also ELK stack for logging and monitoring. Also, you can also explore security, which contain container security, pipeline security, and cloud security. That is the next part is DevOps roadmap, timelines, and milestone. I will skip this part for now. So the next important topic is essential portfolio projects. So to get hired as a DevOps engineer, projects are more important than certification. Yes, certification will help you to get shortlisted easily, but to crack the interview, projects are more important. So here I have listed 5 projects. You can pick one of them like CI/CD pipeline for web application. You can write any CI/CD pipeline to deploy application. Suppose you have one e-commerce application, then you will write its Docker file. You will containerize it, and you can deploy it on AWS using one EC2 instance also. So like that you can try any project. After that, the next topic is recommended certification. At the beginner level, you can consider AWS Cloud Practitioner. After that, you can go for AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. Later in future, you can think for CKA. And these are some common mistake to avoid as a fresher. The first one is the tool obsession. Second is skipping fundamentals, lack of hands-on practice, etc. You can read it after that. I will ping this deployment link of this roadmap in the description. And these are some learning resources you can read. And thank you for, you can like and subscribe to my channel.